Stupid ass shit. I'm so tired of middle-aged white dudes fucking up in my business. Like that dude from Taco Bell.
Son, you know, this is a public establishment, but you better do what I fucking tell you.
Just dominate him. That'll show him who's well, it won't show him anything. It'll just kind of ruin him.
I just fucking hate people so much.
Is everyone about ready?
Ready to go. Got my stuff rolled.
So, Curse of Strahd. Things are a little bit more on rails than like a custom campaign, of course. There's a story being told, so things are kind of like you'll just have to do things a certain way. Sometimes, not too bad. It wouldn't be a good campaign if it was completely on rails, but a couple of things might bend the rules a little bit. A prime example of that being dark vision. All of you, I'm sure, have double, triple, super secret dark vision, like in every campaign. But a lot of things in Strahd use the dark. So sometimes it's like there's a misty, inky blackness that you can't see through. Too bad, you know. So just be ready for that. Also, all of you are smart enough to know, Curse of Strahd, evil guy, scary stuff. But make sure, you watch the meta. Like, you can't just be like walking to a town and someone's like, "Help! My daughter is locked in the attic," and then you just like kill the guy because clearly he's like setting you up for something. But he may not be. He may be. Just watch. You gotta watch the meta aspect of it.
Watch out for motherfuckers talking about addicts.
We have to play it like James doesn't play.
Yeah.
You guys are discovering the horror slowly, just as you would if you were suddenly, there. So, I thought.
Just because I made Garrett cry, doesn't mean
I've never cried in my life.
at least not as hard as I did when you killed 7 integral characters to my campaign.
It's like these guys are cool. They'll definitely want to talk to them.
I feel like James keeps trying to kill his own character.
So for my benefit and yours, I thought we could quickly go around and kind of give a brief physical description as well as like concept of your character, name, and like what your beliefs or whatever are. Starting with whoever.
I'll go first if you guys want.
Go for it.
Do it.
Let's do. Why don't we rename? Patrick's campaign? Yeah, I don't have. Do I have rights for this? No, of course I don't. Rename that one the Curse of Strahd, and we can go from there. That way we can start throwing up pictures of our people and all that shit.
Well, I gotta find it.
What?
Talking about in the Discord.
Yeah, in the Discord where it
right,
says Patrick's
right.
campaign.
I'm gonna be
You
real
just-
honest.
I think I
I'm
have.
still in the process of rolling my character.
You really? Are you seriously?
Yeah.
Well,
I just rolled my stats. I'm getting it together. I can put a character together fast.
do we need to take a 5-minute
Nope.
let everybody get their shit
No,
together?
we found.
Go ahead.
So, I am playing a frog rogue, not a frog rogue, a frog fighter for now, but he will be something different soon enough, assuming that we continue playing this for the length of time that was necessary for that to happen. And his name is Valgaro. He is. Let me get this picture and send it to you guys. It's just kind of like a placeholder picture because, that's what I got. There he is. Valgaro. The frog who has come to take some asses and what is it? Never mind. It's the Wild Quest. Anyway, so let's see. I have him as his background is the Haunted One. He's had an experience in his past that's been very difficult, and he's come to live a lonelier life. He doesn't tend to join in with other people due to something that took place a long time ago. he's got a lot of things that bother him, and so he lives his life a very solitary life. And he tries to keep to himself so that he doesn't burden other people. He also is very quick to keep someone else from being a victim. So if from uh, as far as things go, if he sees someone who's struggling, his first instinct is to go to their aid as opposed to letting them suffer the way that he had in his past. Um,
Sad frog noises.
well, yeah,
Bad croak.
kinda. Uh, do you guys want to know any other characteristics?
Patch, I was gonna put that our characters are brothers for this campaign.
Yeah, totally. That's fine. I think it's a fantastic idea. I have a brother. I don't know what class he is, what he looks like. All I know is that
I'm a
he's
ranger.
a browner. He's a browner version of me.
Oh god. Fucking Jenny called me a fucking bean the other night, and I was like,
Oh,
"You're a motherfucker." I was like, Patrick would be so proud of you.
A
Pretty good
bean?
shit. Yeah, I used to call him a beaner when he was growing up.
Oh, 'cause it's so brown.
Yeah, and when I told her I was French, she called me a dirty croissant.
If you saw James when he was born, he was like, he looked kind of like the gorilla from Tarzan.
He's an olive-skinned Grecian guy.
He was dark and he had like a furry forehead and a furry face. I was like, Mama, why is he so furry? And she's like, well, all babies have hair on their face. I was like, he has like dark hair on his face like a monkey.
And then they
And
threw
she's
that
like-
baby away, and then they went and bought me.
I'd say
Anyway,
James could be the next one.
so
So I have secrets and phobias here, which I thought would add a little bit to the campaign. You can accept or not. That's fine. I don't want to step in the way of your character, but if you want to, give me 2 D100 rolls, please.
I
Okay.
would love a phobia.
I want to, but I'm kind of worried about what this is going to turn out.
It could mess some stuff up. If it's completely ass backwards, we can walk it back.
2 D100?
Yeah, one and then another one for a phobia and a secret.
Oh, well, fuck. No, God, I don't want more. Okay,
You want me to do it in roll 20 or
I
Where?
just rolled
I'll do it real
100.
100. Oh my god.
100 D100s?
I swear, no, like I just rolled a 100 on I've never seen that before.
Oh.
A bit esoteric. You have a cosmicophobia, which is a fear of the end of the world.
Oh, so like just like real life, just like a real Wolverine.
Just like any sentient being, I
Yeah.
suppose.
You're afraid of normal things.
Someone like Strahd might be well within the means to cause that.
You're
All
afraid
right,
of
so
sticking
Not that
I'll-
you know that yet.
chainsaws, you freak.
Would I put that under flaws?
Yeah, sure. Anyway, just to remember.
Uh,
It won't come
what-
up too
what did
much,
you-
I don't think.
What did you call? What did you call it?
Cosmicophobia.
Cosmicophobia. Afraid of dying?
The end of the world.
Of the end of the world.
Give me another one, D100.
All right. Okay, hang on. I'm coming. Oh, all right. There we go. And 96. God damn, these are nice. I wish I got these more often.
This is like me trying to summon kill the shark.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a rather crippling gambling addiction. Almost unable to leave it alone.
As fantastic as that would be on any other character of mine, that will totally it just doesn't work with his character because he's like on his other stuff that I have listed, he's like would never waste money on dumb shit. Gives it all to
Reroll,
charity
reroll.
and
We'll give it another chance.
okay. You have a gambling addiction, and by
What's your
gambling you
character's
mean
name?
giving it to people. Valgero, Valgero, 33. You're addicted to eating frogs. Fuck. Cannibalism.
That's interesting. Do you know what your like dark event in your past was that made you the way you are?
I haven't decided on it. So if you have one that you want to throw at me that I may alter what I have, I'll listen and
Something like before this event that kind of changed who you are. You had sort of been tricked by a fae to offer up like a firstborn, and they had
Oh.
kind of said like, "Oh, we'll help the child, we'll teach it and all that," but it's very nefarious. They like ate it or used its blood for something like that, and it was completely your fault. Like you completely got swindled. Everyone blamed you as this misery all around. So something like that, and that's like that being like your fuck up was your secret.
So wait, so it's like just send it to me in Facebook so I can
Okay,
just look in.
I will. It's kind of like for you to flesh out as you want, but basically you were tricked by a fae into
Yeah, yeah,
committing a murder, a heinous murder.
that's fine.
Um, so you might hate fae or not trust them, and also you kind of have this like maybe some self-loathing in there somewhere. Definitely some guilt.
Yeah, there's definitely some self-loathing going on right now already. So you just want to throw some extras, just salt that shit right like that. Just
Who's next?
James.
Um, let me think. What do you guys think about Lietus? It's Lithuanian for rain.
Litteus.
Lietus, like Lietus or Lietus.
That would be litus.
Litus.
Litus. Why don't you do Liteus? Liteus. Liteus. Yeah, Liteus. I like that. And nothing comes up when I Google it, which makes me like it even more.
What do you think, James?
Liteus. I don't know,
Hmm.
man.
Do
I don't
it.
know. What about Cantus? Cantus.
Yeah, that's a
Like
song
Kansas.
thing, but sure if you want it.
Is it?
Yeah. Cant is normally the beginning of like a canticle.
What about Kaldus? Caldus.
Can you pick one?
Well, the thing about it is that if you're doing the frogs, they generally either have like frog sound names, like ribbit or shit like that, like Kirit or something, or they have like Leonidas, like they have like these very like.
Garrett, you got any frog name ideas?
No, I don't.
Just get me.
You
a few.
name
I'll
whatever
work
you
on it.
wanna. I'll keep his Caldus for right now.
Okay, you liked that one the most.
That's the last one. I liked Candace myself.
Amazing.
I think Cantus. Cantus is probably the coolest of all of them. Cantus
I'll
or
be
Loteus.
Cantus. That's pretty. I'm fine with that.
You're a ranger.
Yes. I'm gonna eventually select some kind of pet for him. That's swampy, but we'll get to that. For now, we can just have a basic animal as a placeholder.
Me and basic animal do things together.
Well, tell me about Cantus. What is he like? Is he kind? Is he mean?
He's kind of not timid, but like he's kind of not antisocial, but the wrong way people use antisocial. Like he's not he's kind of a loner. He goes off in the woods constantly, does a lot of naturey stuff, survival stuff, and that's how he kind of fell into becoming a ranger. He befriended an animal. And he mostly hangs out with his brother when he goes out on adventures, but otherwise he's usually not home. He's usually out in the woods.
Real outdoors guy. Give me two.
I rolled some. Yeah, I rolled a 47. Oh, and that was a D20. Hang on, let me give you another 100. And the second one's 88.
Let's see.
This is a
have-
fear.
You have a pretty deep phobia of worms. Odd for a frog, but
One
They're-
crawled
feel
up
like
your
that
ass.
one can't really work for the frog. Do you want me to
Can
re-roll
one
that
crawled
one?
up his ass when he was
Sure.
a child, and he's never forgotten.
Pretty sure that's like my main food.
probably.
All right, for the first one, re-rolled, it's 82.
A fear of crowds. That makes sense, I guess.
Okay, that works.
Right on the money. And what
then
was
for
your
the second
other
one? The second one, 88.
88. Ooh, that's dark.
Oh man.
Do you want a wife in your past? Are you old enough for a wife?
Are we, Patrick? Are we?
Yeah, yeah. I put my age. They age like humans, pretty much.
Put it
They
as
Okay, how old
mature.
are we?
love interest.
I they age like humans from what I remember, so I put myself as like 28-ish.
Okay.
So.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Um, at one point you had a wife, Cantus. Um, during childbirth, she died.
Oh man.
Likely due to the childbirthing, of course. In a fit of madness and rage, you killed the child by tossing them into the fire. And you
Holy
told
shit.
everyone, including your brother, that it was stillbirth.
Holy.
That is your
shit.
deep, dark secret.
I like how they had to deal with fire as well. Like James can't escape
Good.
that character.
James and the
God.
giant baby killer.
Burn
is
it
more
all,
like it.
motherfucker. Praise Kosuth.
Kossuth wills it.
James and the giant baby killer.
Who next? Who's next?
John, make it so.
Come.
Come.
Yep.
All right. The character name is Ixalan. I'm an Eldrin rogue. Yes?
Hey, Dad.
No.
What the fuck do you want?
It's after 7. B, you're not going outside to play.
Girl, we about to go through the whole alphabet.
Exactly. Ixalan grew up sort of the outskirts of town. His parents worked at a morgue, so it allowed him to kind of be more around dead bodies and understand the anatomy of them. Being more natural at nighttime and being around the actual dead and the graves of them, he kind of might have started picking up on some unnatural things and methods and learned some techniques from those beyond the veil. Have kind of like a more of a dark ash blonde hair, about I would say about 6'2", still slender.
What race are you? Eldrin?
Eldrin, yeah.
So like a thin me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
yeah, yeah. Just
John.
more
John's
balanced.
playing. John's playing a gay Patrick.
It's true.
Oh my god, I can coat my arrows with my frog poison. That's
So,
amazing.
Yes. Our species is fucked up, James. Like whenever I was reading, I was like, that seems kind of fucked up. You know, I'm just saying, like,
It's not
don't
too
touch
crazy.
me or you're going to die.
Can we look like poison arrow frogs?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not because
Well,
they're
I'm
not
just
as
gonna
cool
do
as tree frogs. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, John.
So, given being around the amount of death and morgue and graves, I kind of picked up a little bit more on um, things that tend to be more supernatural and hearing things. And I don't pity anyone that's alive. I only pity the dead because they don't have to deal with the after cost of it. At the same time, I also don't believe that deities are anything worth a damn because of it. Seeing the trauma and the anguish that comes with the families after that. The way I spell the name is Ixyllon. I rolled a 33 for the first one. Garot.
Um, let's see. Reroll that one. Doesn't make any damn sense at all. Not for this setting.
52.
Oh, perfect. ghosts and phantoms. Though I guess that doesn't really work with your character necessarily. If you want to reroll, and that would make sense.
I'll just say I look like a tree frog since that's the
Somehow
only art I
ghosts
can find.
really scary.
91.
Maybe you could say,
91.
aquaphobia, water. Not a fan.
All right. And
That's gonna make things real tough on the
Swimming?
rest of us. Those of us that
is
have to be
2.
submerged daily.
These aren't like I literally cannot go in the water. It's just you're not gonna be happy about it. Just as character fluff. And what do you get for the other one?
2.
2, all the way back up.
Oh, Garrett, as frog people, we're gonna start to dry out if we don't touch water in like 24 hours.
We have to submerge ourselves in water once every 24 hours.
Oh God.
Or
I
an
know,
hour.
right? Like, it seems kind of unreasonable. That's why I wanted to do Bullywug, because
Is that gonna like throw a wrench in your campaign, man?
I don't
It just-
think so.
I mean, you
Okay.
got
It's
not a
canteens,
desert.
you got
Yeah, like I don't. Let's just.
It's not
I
a
would
wet
I'd
area.
prefer if we just don't treat like that, like, because the Bullywug race, which is the frog race, is not like that's not a thing at all. The Grung come from a different storyline and all kinds of other shit that they threw in, and they're not technically part of the regular D&D world, so that doesn't
Should
really.
we not be playing them then?
No, it's fine. It's just if they're not the actual frog people from the regular world. That's my only thing.
So what's my tragedy?
At some point in your past, you participated in a very morally wrong study, either influenced by curiosity or gold or evilness, depending on who your character is. But you would wound, inflict pain, poison, and all sorts of dismay to unwilling patients to see how their brains coped and how much their body could withstand. You are now ashamed of this past and hates what you have done.
I'll take that.
How evil.
What was the one he rolled at first?
2?
No, I rolled a 33 for my phobia.
Oh, I think it was like undead or something like that.
All right.
Are there undead like a lot in this campaign?
Well, he's like he's
Uh,
a necromantic kind of guy. Would make a lot of sense.
Well, it's just, I mean, we could make it real Scooby-Doo where he's like Shaggy and Scooby. He's got a. That would get kind of tedious though for John to run every time we have an encounter.
Yes. I mean, it won't like debilitate your character. It'll just be like, oh shit.
Okay.
Wait. Now, what was your thing again, John? I missed it.
What? Which one? The fear?
Yeah.
Aquaphobia.
No. Then the other one. Then what was the
Oh,
second thing?
tragedy? I participated in a study in the past that was morally wrong, and I would wound and inflict pain or poison to see how patients would react and their threats.
Okay,
and they would
what the fuck are we talking about? What's the zombie?
that was my first phobia rule.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make things really complicated.
All right, Eric.
Last but not least,
Hey, what are you doing in here? You be going to bed.
Eric.
It's Donna. Eric's he's muted. He may not be He may not realize he's muted, or he's muting it. And
He's busy telling that 40-year-old man to go fuck himself.
That, or he's getting his ass beat by his dog. You laughing like that's not true. He's probably getting wrecked by his dog.
2 frogs and an elf. It's exactly what Jared expects.
It's supposed to be a UV light emitter.
No one ever makes humans.
Shit doesn't seem like it's well. It's because we know how shitty humans are to begin with.
All right, I'm back.
We can hear you.
hey,
All right, Eric.
just
what do you-
So my character's name is Yeetus Deletus.
Are you serious?
Yes.
We're trying to have a serious campaign, and we got Yeetus Deletus over here.
I was never told it was going to be serious. So I am a sorcerer with a focus on frost. My eyes have gray sclera with purple irises. 6'1" with a hunched spine.
Yeah, you're
My deity
terrifying.
is Auril, the goddess of winter, and I have silver hair. I'm a tiefling, and my skin is pale like that of a banshee. Um, come from a wealthy background. I went to university, became a researcher. Um,
Going deep on this.
yeah, and
He's like, I'm just playing myself. This is what it is.
pretty much I just became a very curious entity, and over time, the more that I studied, the more I found an affinity towards the frost.
The arcane.
Yeah.
Cool. Literally.
Alright.
Can you roll me 2 D100s, please?
E100. $54.
Rats. You have a deep-seated fear of rats.
Rats. Remind me to play a rat folk if I ever die.
And the next 100.
That was both of them.
Wait, what?
I rolled a 3 and a 51.
51.
51.
Okay. Edis, you have a ring on your left hand. It cannot be removed by any means, even going so far as removing the curse. Within the inside of the ring, the band, the letter C is what would it be? Stenciled, engraved in.
Yeah.
But to everyone else, it looks like a normal ring. It's actually quite cursed.
It's kind of awesome.
Does he know what the curse is, or is it just
He
like
does not, or what the C
Ah.
means.
cunt?
It'll.
Stands for Gab.
Can you go see if Dan's iPad charged?
Sure.
Thanks.
Garrett, are we doing like counting the arrows and all that good shit?
Maybe. Sometimes you will, sometimes you
Up
won't.
to you, man. Up to you.
I think John had to leave.
No, I didn't have to leave.
Okay.
Just being interrupted.
He never has to leave, but he has to leave. You know what I'm saying?
So just as a quick intro, you guys aren't gonna have a lot of freedom, but through a hook, crook, coincidence, or friendship, brotherhood, you are all together inside a calm, relaxing tavern. Maybe just a coincidental meetup, or maybe you guys are working together for gold or curiosity of some magical artifact. Who knows? Your past lives won't matter very quickly. You're inside a nice tavern. The hearth is warm and boiling over with fire. The night is cool, a bit misty, unusually. Um, a sort of fog lies over the town, giving it a sort of dour mood. But otherwise, everything is nice. The bar folk are chatting quietly to themselves, enjoying their drinks and their food. Um, let's see. So you guys are all sitting together, talking amongst yourselves, maybe looking at your faces and describing them to each other, and as well as alluding to dark secrets. Um, Suddenly, the tavern door swings open. A hush falls over the room. Framed by lamplit fog, a form strides through the doorway. His heavy, booted footfalls and the jingle of coins shatter the silence caused by his entry. His bright-colored clothes are kind of draped in loose folds, with a kind of a large hat that hangs askew. Um, A few others enter with them, both sort of frenetically dressed, covered in traveling gear, effigies, jewelry, and totems, all of them looking very gypsy-like. Um, Looking to be gypsy folk, one of the gypsy goes up to the barkeep, offering a small handful of gold. He says, "Drinks for everyone on this cold night, sir." The tavern returns to its jovial din and amusement at this good news. Meanwhile, the enigmatic traveler asks if he can sit with you all.
Um, I'll kind of like sit quietly, but stare at him like I intend to respond.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't even know what you're trying to say, James.
like, like I'm just awkward and I don't like talking to people.
I've been there.
I'll be awkward.
Well, he asks to everyone, can I sit with you?
I'll reach over and kind of pull a chair out and nod to him.
He takes a sit down with a large sigh, kind of stretches himself out, and says, "Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. A bit of a rough night tonight." Um, the man is, frankly, shockingly handsome. Salt and pepper hair accent his flawless face. His dark eyes are hard to look at for too long. They are trance-like in their endlessness. His pale skin and intense confidence give him a very noble air. "My name is Kulyan, Kulyan Indrovich. I'm looking to hire capable adventurers or mercenaries, whatever you hold yourself as, and I will pay very, very fairly. The love of my life, my daughter, she is sick. Her brother is harming her, telling her lies and causing her fear. I need her to be rescued from her torturer and delivered to my open arms."
I'll look over and, while holding my drink, just say, what exactly brought you to this position where she has been lost?
Um, hmm, Position. Well, uh, it is my son that is doing this, as you can tell, since it's my daughter, her brother. I'm the mayor of Barovia, the beautiful, wealthy land. Um, Inheriting this perhaps caused some strife between them. I do not know, but he is a fighter, a warrior himself, and I am an old man. If I could only ask your assistance in this, any reward you could ever want is yours.
Hmm.
All I ask is that you say yes."
Sure. It's you have me. The rest is up to the others. They'll have to join on their own if they're interested.
I'll look at him dead in the eyes and ribbit.
That counts.
I'll take a sip of my drink and I'll set it down. You said you're gonna pay us. What kind of pay are you talking?
Name your price. Barovia is as rich and splendorous in trade as it is beautiful.
150 gold, each of us.
A pittance. I'll give you 250.
Each?
Of course.
Well then.
My God.
What other details can you give us about your love or whoever has taken her?
I can write up everything you need if you only say yes to my contract.
Well, if the pay's nice, then I guess I'm in.
Yeetus, the last one.
Yes, Yeetus.
And you're gonna say yes.
Yeetus, what do you say, my fine friend?
Yeetus is muted, so he's gonna say yes.
Yep.
Yes, of course. No reason not to.
He's interested. Why not? He wants to get yeeted by somebody.
Gotta yeet the leet. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Kolyan stands up. A wide grin takes his face. takes almost too wide as he claps his gloves hand together. Excellent, excellent. I look forward to your grand performance. He claps his hands again. And with that, him standing up, him and his band quickly leave.
Well, that was
Text Jenny what my
strange.
phobia was. She goes, "Well, it's close." To me.
A bit confused, you sleep in the tavern that night. Your encounter was a bit odd, though you've had contracts before that, they weren't quite as linear. Though his appearance and demeanor were very, very strange to you. Both attractive as well as alarming. You both wanted to be his friend and to kill him at once. A bit unnerved by this, you close your eyes, otherwise happy for another warm bed and the prospect of gold. The next time you open your eyes, the adventure starts in the Curse of Strahd. You close your eyes to go to sleep and open them in a lone barley field. The smell of rot and death permeates. Wilted crops are feasted on by wriggling worms and rats. The moon is massive tonight, full and silver, casting dancing shadows on the ominous scarecrows around the field. Ahead of you, a gypsy carriage rests on a simple pathway, its dim candlelight from within, a beacon in the oppressive darkness. Further on from the path, a dim light of the village can be seen. Behind you, you see a great veil of mist. Even being this close chokes you and makes your eyes water. The opaque mist, gray and smoke-like, coils and moves with an unnerving sort of life. Staring at it for too long, you start to hear voices. Staring at it for longer, faces begin appearing in the mist. Some beckoning you to come in, others begging for help. The supernatural silence of the empty field is shaken by a sudden creaking as the large wooden door on the carriage is crept open, inviting you in.
Who's going first?
I draw my bow.
You draw your bow when someone's inviting you into a carriage?
Yes. Insight.
It's like on the door.
Insight on the situation, perception, medicine, nature, stealth, survival.
I will. Who is inviting us? I'll say. I'll peer in and say, may I ask who all is inside of the carriage? Is there room enough for all of us?
Only silence greets you.
Well, I guess I'm going into the carriage because everybody else. That's you, Olive. Yeah. Get your crazy ass out of here. I guess I'll step into the carriage. Get the biggest frog balls of all of us.
Stepping into the carriage, you see, sort of as expected, a very gypsy-like sort of carriage. This is kind of a light with candles, filigree, charms, potions, poultices, almost covering the walls in every direction, as well as these kind of dangling cloth of various colors. The cramped quarters gives just enough room for you all to sit around a wooden table, clearly old and well used. A very old gypsy lady, her crone fingers bent with arthritis, is expertly shuffling a tarot card deck and paying very little mind to you all.
What time of day is it, by the way?
Give me a perception check.
That would be a 7.
It's night.
A 6.
It's night.
I thought you were gonna go lower and be like, it's dark.
You don't know what kind of time of day it is. It's just not cool. That's what kind of day. All right. I'll say to the woman, "Good evening, ma'am."
Her bony fingers kind of bids you to sit around the table.
This is inside of a carriage.
Yeah, like a big, like roving,
big ass fucking carriage, man.
like gypsy,
Yeah,
circus travelers.
God damn, man, this thing is huge.
I'm a
Patrick,
You'll have to squeeze in, and it's on the floor. So
yeah.
Patrick, I don't think we would want to be green frogs.
I'm gonna stay
What?
outside
Just go look.
and keep a watch
green
out.
frogs.
I don't know what the
There's
fuck
a
this
cat.
thing-
There's a caste system for the color of frog you are.
Oh, I didn't even see that. What the fuck are they? What are we called?
Grung, Grung.
Grung. Excuse. Continue, John.
DM, I'm gonna stay outside and keep watch while the door's open. They're talking.
John is Johnny. What kind of a weird question is that? Who's John?
What?
Olive goes, who's John?
No.
Your fucking uncle, man.
I was trying to find a Grung deity so I could further talk about my character.
It's a
but I
frog.
can't find
They worship the one true god, the
Frog?
Hypnotoad.
Big
Oh.
fly.
Big fly.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum is the only god there is.
I can't. We're apparently supposed to be lawful evil, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, well, that's because a lot of this shit is outdated. That's one of the bigger problems with using this as a race.
While I'm keeping watch, DM, I'm also gonna go kind of be stealthy at the same time.
Okay. Give me a stealth.
So it begins. 22.
Okay.
I have
the
plus
the inky darkness of everywhere gives a million shadows for you to hide in. You find it very
Menzo
easily.
Baranzan.
You all sit around the small table, kind of cramped in. Her kind of old, withered, hunched body is kind of sitting over the table, and she puts down a group of tarot cards, and she kind of looks at you all, and she points one with her ancient bent finger, and she says, "Flip," in a thick accent that I'm not gonna try to impersonate.
Come on, man.
Flip.
I just want everyone to know that the only defined Grung deity is called Nang Nang.
Oh, that's good. That's
Okay.
exactly what we need.
That's a later problem.
Carry on. Carry on.
Who's gonna flip? As she says.
I'll flip.
Roll me a d20.
The odds are evens.
I like lose my smell. 17.
John, this is kind of important information. In the absolute silence of this empty, depressing, ruined field you're in, you can easily hear her speak.
John?
Yeah, he's outside. He's watching, keeping watch.
I'm
Oh, okay.
stealthing around the whole carriage. I mean, the door's open, so I can hear y'all.
Yes.
Gotcha. Just curious.
This is pretty critical. She flips over the card. Wait, what was your number?
17.
Okay. She flips over the card. On it, a huge tome. A winged sort of raven creature is on the center. Huge with massive wings and an almost bipedal stance. Backdropped by the spires of this huge keep. And it's all made of silver and jewels. On the front of this enormous book. The crone speaks suddenly. Says, "This card tells of history. Knowledge that will better help you understand your enemy. Evil is nurtured in the shadows, born and given succor until the darkness within can stand alone. Knowledge is the bane of this." She flips the card over again, on its backside. The blank face is no longer there. Instead, an ornate tomb. A beautiful statue of a woman is above a consecrated burial site, her flowing hair and kind face forever preserved in marble. "Find the mother who gave birth to the devil."
Okay.
She puts the card away. She looks to you all again. "Flip."
I thought everybody got 3. Is that not how tarot works?
No.
I
I
don't
think
know.
you can tarot for a group of people.
Can you? I don't know. I'm not a taroter. Is that?
I'm not either. She is.
You can do individual.
You have to ask her.
individual,
She is. She knows what the fuck she's doing,
You
Patrick.
want me to roll?
Whoever wants to flip.
Is it 8?
8. She taps the card, flips it over again. The blank side flipping over to A great amulet is seen, a sort of necklace that would hang down and almost cover your entire chest. The enormous, austere amulet, brilliant and shining in the sun. It's a sort of halo marked with sun rays and songbird feathers, with a huge, pristine ruby in the center. Um, she kind of muses to herself. She says, "This cursed land was not always this way. Strahd was not always the lord and master here. Once there was sunlight and people who believed." She flips the card again. Again, the blank side is replaced. A mountaintop keep is shown, dusted with snow and darkness. A guard tower to the side goes high in the air, perilously on the edge of a cliffside, likely giving an unparalleled view below. Go to the mountains. Climb the white tower guarded by golden knights.
Okay.
Flip.
Ride the white pony.
I'll do it. 14.
Seeing the importance of this, you walk in, having only being met with darkness and the sort of choking miasma that surrounds the area, as though it was a great wall. You come in and flip a card, or tell her which card to flip. Again, she flips the card, blank side going into a glowing, brilliant sword that seems to be almost completely made of sunlight. Its vibrance and power are clear, a beacon in the darkness. Says this is the card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, the sword of sunlight. She flips the card again, its blank side once again being replaced by what looks like a huge monastery built into the side of a mountain. A massive building is adorned with beautiful glass windows, though now covered in snow. Its entrance is a long, winding path that leads to a massive skull face built directly into the keep, sort of like Lord of the Rings style. Like you'd walk into this huge carved stone skull as you're walking in. This treasure is hidden in a small castle beneath a mountain, guarded by amber giants.
Getting a lot of these amber giants.
Amber giants.
Yeah, like the yellow guards, the amber giants.
Like golden guards, but
Oh well, whatever.
whatever.
It's
After pulling these cards, only two remain. The crone says, "These are very important. The hands of fate are cruel to these. The tides of time and chance may prove these untrue, or prove you to be too late already. Or perhaps not. Flip."
pretty sure she took.
I would say, Garrett, you flip these two.
Okay. Okay, that makes it easy.
Wait, what?
The two left are supposed to be tied to fate. It would only make sense that the DM would do it to give us a weird
I'm down.
chance.
I'm down. That makes it easy. She takes her crone, bendy fingers with long, unclean, kind of yellowed nails, and flips to what looks like a normal tarot card. The sort of stylized art you'd expect. From what you can see on the first one, a knight raises his drinking horn to a great round table. The other seats are filled with skeletons. She said, "I see a fallen paladin of a fallen order of knights. He lingers like a ghost in a dead dragon's lair. This will be your ally against Strahd, if you have the power to make him so."
Okay.
She moves the last remaining card to the center, flips it over. The tarot shows a great banquet hall, with guests dancing and eating merrily. On the huge, beautiful throne in the back, an enormous, eldritch-like monster sits, dark, unknowable, and feral. She says, "And this is where your fate will be decided."
Hmm. Okay.
She says, "Now go." She seems to be done with you.
I'll pull my little frog cloak
Fuck outta
over me
here.
and like skip like just kind of like skulk out of there.
All right, that was a lot to type down.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, John. I appreciate your sacrifice.
I can tell. Yeah, that's a lot. It's kind of how you can
Someone
kind of
do it.
algorithmically generate some of the Strahd encounters and stuff like that. And you have to roll
In my
tarot
head,
for
I'm
it.
like, I hope John's typing this because I can't remember shit.
I could type it all out again if you need to.
As I exit the carriage, I want to take another look around, make sure that nothing has changed.
Yeah, about the same. I mean, you're in an empty field, so you would be able to see anything
All right.
coming toward you. The wall of mist is the big draw. It's like this all the way up, all the way left and right, like a Game of Thrones wall of just this choking gray-green mist.
Death fog.
Yes, basically. So you really have only a few options to go. You cannot go into the mist unless you can try. You can try. Don't let me hold you back. But there is a road down to a town from the other side, going past the old crone's carriage.
Let me just play out that scenario for you. I walk into the mist. All right, James, roll a d20. It's a 1.
So what do you guys do?
Uh, I'll let you guys make this decision. I think we should, you know, not go into the mist. But you know, then again,
I mean, right now you don't really know anything. There's only one real way to go. So
yeah, I think I'll go the one way we can go.
tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. Um, the fog is ever present everywhere. You just really cannot escape from it. Abounding from every direction is this dense darkness, this inky black, almost unnatural darkness and fog, muddying your view of everything and causing shapes and shadows to dance out at you from every direction. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes in the distance become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows in each house stare out of pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for a mournful sobbing that you hear echoing through the streets from a short distance. Claw marks can be found deep set into the wood. Boarded up windows and closed doors greet you at every turn. Occasionally, a hurried, fearful glance can be seen poking out of a window plank or slightly open door, closing or shutting as soon as they are noticed. You keep hearing a monotonous, despairing crying coming from a farmhouse nearby, its door closed.
Hmm. Okay. Well.
I'm gonna go check it out, but stealthily.
Give me stealth.
Yeah. Yeah. You go. You do you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you know
sit over
what?
here and let you.
I'll stealth up to it.
A dirty 20.
19.
A sort of decrepit farmhouse is kind of what you see, is what you get. It's kind of all run down, just barely holding itself up. Planks of wood give way to large sections of the wall being kind of torn asunder. There's claw marks here and there, as well as rot and ivy taking apart. The door is indeed closed, and the windows are boarded up.
Does it look like there has been any type of new tampering or anything fresh?
That would be very hard to tell, but
Yeah, any kind of like boards pried off of the windows so where someone could get in.
give me perception.
18.
11.
Mm, you don't really see anything. It seems like the door was open recently. There's a sheen of dust that's been kind of been kicked up.
All right. I'll stealth back to the group. Seems like there's been a little bit of disturbance lately. Door's been open, a little bit of dust moving and rustled. Might want to be on our toes about this one.
I'm I'm gonna continue to stealth and kind of just wait in any kind of cover I can, kind of pointed, watching the door though. The entrance.
Okay. And the rest of you.
I mean, I already told them, so I guess I'm gonna walk back over to the house. Actually, I do want to circle around and see if there's been any other type of disturbances. Does it actually have windows, or is it all just boarded up stuff?
They're boarded up. The few windows that are, and there's no door on the other side, so just a wall.
I'm going to reach into my pouch. I'm gonna take out a ball bearing, and I'm gonna toss it into the doorway, and see if we hear any type of reaction or anything like that.
The door is closed.
Oh.
Did you open the door?
Thought the door was already opened.
Nope. It has been open recently because there seems to be like a dust trail kicked up, but it is closed now. You have to open it. Gotta be specific.
Can't just open the door for me. I'm gonna toss a ball bearing and see if we got anything in there.
I'll shimmy on over there and kind of try and lightly push the door open without making any noise.
The door is not locked and quite easily to push open. It seems to be kind of dry rotted in places and is light and kind of squishy, and it moves quite easily open. You toss a ball bearing in. So you hear this kind of rhythmic, like, it's very despairing, monotonous crying coming from inside, and then the clank, 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 and the roll of the ball bearing, and then there's a kind of a gasp of like, and then a hushed wait.
If only I had traps.
A good while. Then you kind of hear the like crying kind of start back up.
I'll see that they're kind of going in, kind of start heading that direction.
Oh, by the way, the frogs don't have dark vision.
Oh, thank God.
I can easily remedy that later on.
Good God.
Well, okay. Well,
I try and give him this one. I tried, Jim.
well, here's the reason why. I will actually, since I do have dark vision, I'll actually sneak in there and see what I see.
All right.
Give me a stealth.
That is a 17.
Technically could notice it. Let me roll it up. There is technically a chance.
We can also leap like 25 feet instead of 15.
Nah, she does. You know. So, walking into the inky darkness. Like I said, dark vision only goes so far in the land of Bavaria. But walking in, you see everything in this sort of milky grayscale. Very simple farmhouse. Very very mostly empty. A few little pieces of furniture here and there. Probably poor, hardworking folks before the curse came to this land. A woman sits curled into herself in the corner, kind of grabbing her knees and rocking lightly, rhythmically. She takes no notice of your entrance.
Can you describe what she looks like?
Old, maybe 40s, 50s. Clearly a hard worker. Sun kind of leathered. When you're out in the sun a lot, your skin gets that kind of foldy, leathery, strong looking.
Yeah.
Clearly a farming lady.
I will. I will actually say something to her before doing this. Ma'am, don't be alarmed. It's okay. I hear you obviously are having some problems. Let me get a little bit of light in here, and I'll take out my lantern, and I'll actually fill it up, and I'll strike it and light the actual lantern to illuminate the room.
She does. I mean, there's no avoiding it. There's a start. She kind of like as you appear from the darkness. She kind of gives a quick like, "Who are you? What do you want, please?" But clearly you're not attacking her, and you give a light showing that you're humanoid at least.
Listen, was in here. Can you tell me what happened? Why are you upset?
She after again the kind of startle, she kind of recedes back to her stupor of like cradling herself. Um, they came in from the basement. Gertrude ran away. I don't know where she went. She's not. She's uh, she's slow. I don't know where she is.
All right, calm down. First of all, who who are they? Can you tell me
Uh,
what they are, what they look like, anything?
they were men, but they tried to bite at us and scratch us. I told Gertrude to run, and she did, but I don't. I think she just ran and ran and ran.
Right. And I'm going to assume that Gertrude is your daughter.
Yes, yes. Give me a perception check, John.
That is a 9.
Nah, not quite. Yeah. She says yes, and she kind of tilts her head back. She's clearly exhausted. She seems like not sleeping. She's just kind of like rocking back and forth in this kind of psychotic stupor from what she's seen and what's happened to her. What do you do?
Without taking my eyes off her, I'm gonna kind of back towards the door and signal for them to come in for everyone else.
I stay outside, but I let out a big ribbit.
Nice to know you're there, Cantus. Thank you.
Patricio,
What?
I'm
you awake?
signaling for y'all to come in.
Yeah. I mean, I was. That's what I was planning on doing
I'm
anyway.
peeking over the edge of the door comedically.
Big frog eyes.
Yeah, just
Yeah. I mean, I'll go in just warily. Um, I don't know. There's some weird shit going on for sure. So I don't know how I feel.
You see the same side he does, a sad woman in a sad farmhouse. She's kind of curled, she's kind of regressed to this kind of rocking back and forth in her sorrow. Um, that's about all you know. She mentioned them coming from the basement. That's what you got out of her.
She said
Roll me a
some men.
perception, Patrick.
She said some men came out and they were trying to claw and bite at her. She told her daughter Gertrude to run, but she doesn't know where
Six,
she went.
16 perception.
Mr. Valguero. As you come in, um, Ixalan gives you the scoop on the situation. Um, you listen for a second. Through her crying and kind of rhythmic, she kind of like hitting her head on a piece of the kitchen set, where she's at. Through this, you do hear this sort of dull knocking coming from farther within the farmhouse. It's like thump, thump, thump.
I'll tap Ixalan, is that your character's name?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tap Ixalan's shoulder and nudge with my head, like see what the hell. You hear that shit?
I'll. Is there anywhere I can set the lantern down that wouldn't cause it to spill over or anything?
Sure, yeah. There's furniture in
Or you
here.
know what?
It's furnished.
I'll hand it to Mogara and I'll creep back into the darkness and go off in that direction.
The direction of the thumping.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll go back into stealth and head that way.
Through the farmhouse, you pass what could probably just be described as a living quarters. It's kind of just a big open section again, very poor, kind of hardworking people. Towards the other side of the house, there's a kitchen slash larder, as well as this big wooden basement door. It's kind of this with a latch kind of inside. Um, and from below it's being pushed up, and as it hits the ground again it's making a loud knocking sound. It's doing this like every like 5 seconds, just a thump, thump, and it's latched on top with a key, with like a slide lock, I mean, so it can't quite open.
Okay. Um, and we only have the one lantern.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what what y'all have in y'all's pack. That's what I had. I
I'm pretty
will.
sure I have. I'm pretty sure I have.
I don't have any spells yet, or else I would cast.
I have a
Invisible
spell that
Shield.
can light up everything.
Oh, okay,
So
that works.
okay, well you can do that if you want to. I also have. I have a torch.
It'd probably be easier for Yeetus. 'Cause I'm assuming you have
I have dancing lights.
yeah, so he can make like 6 different globules that will illuminate everything up to like 120 feet, I believe it is.
Yeah.
All right. I'll just call out for is someone going to stay there and watch her?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not
You know what?
particularly concerned.
Cantus, why don't you stay there and watch her since you're still outside? You big bug-eyed bitch.
I'll rib it approvingly.
Yeetus, come up, bring some of the, like, make some of the globules and bring them over here. And I want to try something.
I'm trying to look at what my pet is. Anyway.
Without getting too close, or still staying a safe distance, I'm gonna take out my bell from my gear, and every single time in between every thump on the floor, I'm gonna give it a quick ring, just to see what the reaction is.
Casting dancing light. You see the light. You're very familiar with the spell already. It's kind of in your repertoire. You feel it as though it's part of your body. Casting it here in this kind of cursed land, you feel it's just morphed into something different. It's almost like foreign to you. Controlling it feels weird, and the light is dull, gray, and dim. Not nearly as effective as it would be. But it still creates some light. You light the lauder and kind of get a better view of everything, just as I described it, but in more detail. Ringing the bell each time seems to only intensify the reaction, whereas before it was kind of this like rhythmic, like push, push, push. Now it's kind of become frantic.
I'll put the bell up. And I'll look over at Yeetus. She said there's some things in the basement, some men. Safe to say that's probably what's going on.
Yeetus.
Eat us, delete us.
What?
He's busy eating.
I said, she said there's some men in the basement that attacked her, and I'm pretty sure that's still the case down there. Looks like there's a padlock on it.
Time to go fuck them up. Let's see. All right. How do I cast this? It doesn't. It's not. I don't have to roll anything, do I?
It depends. If it is a saving throw, then no, you don't have to roll to attack. If it's an attack spell, then you gotta roll to attack.
Oh.
Valgara, you're there too, right?
What?
You said you're there too, correct?
I'm in the house with you.
That's what I'm saying. You're with us, looking at the board, being.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
You know what? I'll go over there, and
But not in front of me.
I'm gonna break the lock. You two be ready.
I'm gonna reach in my bag and grab. I have a flask of holy water. I'm gonna grab the flask in one hand, and then my sword in the other hand. Be ready.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna sneak over there, and I'm gonna take my short sword, and use the pommel of the handle, and give, while standing on top of the actual board itself, I'm gonna give a quick jab and break the binding on it.
You want to stand on top of the hatch and
Yeah.
free them?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Let me do that real quick then. Um, let me see what they roll for that. Nice. Okay. You don't need to break anything. It's a slide block, so you kind of take the pommel and slide it in. Instantly, a push from below, much harder than you probably could have expected. Kind of pushes you up and off, and kind of throws you into a heap on the ground as the latch flies open. Quickly, you see these kind of misshapen, zombie-like creatures with decrepit gray flesh and meat and viscera and blood all over their fanged teeth and mouth. They rush up to you with surprising dexterity and speed, kind of running from below up the stairs in a line, trying to piling all over each other, trying to get at you. Roll initiative.
Get.
11. I'll type in a roll 20.
22.
Are they like down some stairs, or can I roll initiative?
Do we have the high ground?
They're down. Yes, you do.
Oh,
Hello there.
They're coming up from the basement, and they got a.
did I get a chance? Could I have thrown my my stuff at them?
Nope.
No.
So, do I at least hear them fighting?
Yeah, you hear a loud crash and a like oof from man getting thrown, and this kind of like this moaning kind of zombie like chorus.
I'll at that I'll stealth over there, but you know everybody probably gets to do their turn before me.
Yeah, they're in combat now. These. What do you do? See a rough diagram on the roll 20. John has been kind of tossed aside from the hatch, but you can see I should have done this the other way, but just those stairs are going down and they're coming up it to the flat ground that you're standing on.
Just flip the image.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Inverted high ground, sure, why not?
So what do you do, Patrick?
Oh, I get to go first?
Yeah.
What
All
about-
right.
What about
You on Reddit?
you just first roll?
Would
Reddit
would
on Reddit.
throwing holy water on them be a bonus action?
Sounds
Throwing
like an action.
something is an action.
Like-
Yeah.
Oh well, shit.
You have
All
to
right. Huh?
you have to aim it and stuff to roll.
Oh well.
Yeah, you basically have to use your acrobatics to throw.
What
it
if-
as the-
Okay, wait. What if I just pour it on my sword?
What it? I
Mm,
don't. Mm.
I feel like that's fine.
Okay.
You have to
I'll
aim
pour it
it.
all over my sword and then
Sure.
shank the shit out of them.
I mean, you could make
Whichever
it a
one is
bonus
closer.
action.
The closest one. The one that I have the high ground to. Oh wait, I might want to actually fucking roll to attack first. It would be a 16 to hit.
It's
Right. 12 damage.
wow. Okay. Not sure if your holy water does anything, but the wound does seem to kind of bubble and boil, along with cutting into its gray, decrepit flesh, which leaves this kind of yellowy bile rot coming out of it. Give me a d20, please.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus, the Yeetus, the Leetus.
That would be a 4.
What weapon do you have?
Longsword.
On your downswing, you catch one of its legs, and the rot that is just kind of overtaken its entire body. You slice it in half like dry wood, and it kind of falls down, still very much alive, but sans a leg.
Oh. Alright.
My goodness.
They're gonna attack. What's your AC, Patrick?
16.
So there's room enough for two of them and not another. So there's one behind, he's pushing his way in. There's all this kind of mess, kind of trying to come up from the cellar. But two are kind of like squeezed into the entrance, both ripping and tearing at you. For they nice 2 hits. For 8 damage.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Jesus.
In this
How do we
sort
have
of
right now? Like 12.
in this maelstrom of claws and bites, it's very hard to avoid. The one on the ground is actually making it much harder for you. He kind of wraps up both your legs to where you can't even step back easily, and he's just biting the fuck out of your frog skin.
Oh,
John.
Jesus.
Some tasty legs, dog.
My kid.
John, you pick yourself up. It wasn't enough to harm you in any way, just kind of knock you momentarily off balance. You quickly pick yourself up, and it's your go.
Alright, I will bonus action hide.
Give me a d20.
That is a 21.
I doubt they can see that. No, they can't.
No, Junie, you go put the kitty in the
Which,
bathroom.
They both got on Ligaro, right?
Yeah, they're all like clambering for the clear of the closest target, all through this like hatchway.
I want to get. I want to flank him. Flank whichever one is. You know what? The one right to the right of him. I want to walk around, and the one that's trying to get out the most, that's all up on him, biting him. I'm gonna attack.
Yeah. Technically that would be the one on the ground. It doesn't really matter functionally, but just to know. Yeah, it's not in the center. It's in the center of the room, so there's plenty of room for you to walk to the other side and kind of flank it in the right from the hallway.
And I get advantage. Oh shit! This will be a good one, boys. The first one was a natural 13.
It's they have like no AC.
Yeah, but I get advantage for a natural 20.
Oh my god.
So I
Way
will...
to start it off, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Double them damage dice.
Yeah, correct. So, the main attack. God damn. Just the attack itself is 17.
Okay.
I rolled a 6 plus 5 and doubled the dice. That's 12 plus 5, 17.
What's your weapon?
Short sword. 1d6
Okay.
plus 5.
Deftly, like a dancer, like fucking Demon Slayer. You just kind of quickly cleave off his head as easily as cutting paper. Razor's blade slice, no hesitation, no stopping, no fault. His head kind of rolls off to the side, hitting the side of the wall, kind of like spiraling for a second, and you see a good few seconds. I mean, we're in combat, whatever, where he's kind of snarling and biting and trying his best to get to you still, even without his head being attached. But finally, he kind of stops, and he all the energy just kind of drains out of him. And though he can't go any more gray than he already is, he is finally dead.
Damn, that means I don't get to do my sneak attack damage.
Oh, there are others.
He's still dead. He's dead already.
I don't have a bonus action because I used it to hide. So
James.
I'm gonna walk down there.
what about old Yeetus? What do you roll?
Didn't tell me.
Eric.
He did.
Got time.
Sorry, I was giving the dog her medicine.
What's your?
I'm gonna cast chill touch on the one that's still on the bottom of the stairs.
That's your pet, James.
I think
What
so.
the hell is that?
I'm trying to decide.
Not the one by Patrick, the other one.
It's a catfish.
Let's see. Uh, 14 to hit.
That hits. That hits.
Sorry. What was that?
What was what?
I rolled a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And then for damage, a 7.
What spell is this?
Chill touch.
Okay.
So it puts a disadvantage roll on undead targets until the end of my next turn.
Perfect. Yeah, you kind of raise up your milky white hand with your strange pupils. The room gets noticeably colder as this kind of chilled energy leaves you and goes to them, and you see an immediate reaction from him as he kind of gnarls away as though it was fire. Him noticeably slowing as it chills his whole body. Now James.
I'm stealthing into combat.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
13.
Okay. What do you do?
There's just one guy.
It's 2.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that red slash was dead.
No, that was the direction.
This is down.
Okay.
Supposed to.
Down. Down. Yeah, I'll try and sneak attack, shoot an arrow at the one in the back.
Left or right?
Right.
Okay. So that guy did notice you as you came in. So no sneak attack damage, but you attack.
It's a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Or 10 damage, and I'm gonna grung poison with it. Which is 7 damage.
So 17.
You're not super sure if your poison is very effective against him, but the way he's chilled, you can see him kind of like starting to fight against the chill in his body. That he's almost moving in slow motion, and you very easily take kind of apple to the head shot, and you thump an arrow out. Crossbow or regular bow?
Regular bow. I should get a crossbow though.
You
I
pull
like this
back.
better.
Max, you take all the time you need to aim. He's moving very slowly, just starting to shake off the cold. You see the arrow kind of pierce his head out the back, and there's this big hole there. And he recoils, but he's still up, just barely.
Hell yeah.
Patrick,
All
back to you.
right. My half dead ass. All right. Let's see. There's 2 left.
Yes.
Okay. Which one is? Well, what are they both looking like?
One's fine, and one has a giant hole in his head, and it looks staggered.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with the guy with the hole in his head.
Okay.
Ugh, a 10 to hit.
Not quite. They barely have any AC, but everybody has some AC.
Get out from under there. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on.
Unlucky.
Good girl.
Should have moved back because it's their turn now.
Yes, I should have moved back.
What's your AC?
16.
Oh, he has disadvantage actually. Oh, okay, never mind. 7 damage.
I am dead.
Um,
Hey,
trying
the healing spells this time. You're shit out of luck.
trying to be heroic. You slash in, coming quick. The zombie it's just so close quarters you can barely get your shoulder to move, and you're kind of like wind slash samurai style, which would have easily cleaved their heads if you just had a little more room to maneuver. Instead, they kind of mindlessly pile onto you like a football tackle and just kind of rip and gnaw and tear, knocking you out. Ugh.
Ugh.
No, come here.
John.
Okay, there's one left. Two left.
Two left.
Mm,
Patrick, roll me a D100.
which one looks hurt the most?
The one with the hole in
27.
his head. Oh.
Oh, Patrick, we're small creatures, by the way.
What? This is
Our
why.
size is small.
All
Oh
right.
my God,
We're
James!
2.5 feet tall.
I'm totally going back to the bullywug, man. This is totally lame. All of my stuff is not whatever this is.
All right. How much room is behind that one? Are they? Is he just right? Are they up together?
They're right beside each other. It's close. I mean, it's like this chaos trying to get through this hatch.
All right. Okay. Here we go. I am going to Misty Step as my bonus action behind them.
Okay.
And give them a good slice.
Sit.
That is a
Wait.
to it. 19 to hit.
Yep.
Sit. Wait.
As an 11 damage.
Are you attacking the injured or the non-injured one?
The injured one.
Bam. The giant hole through his head did seem to affect his cognitive ability somewhat. He kind of just like stared at you mindlessly. Two black eyes and one black hole from the arrow, and you just quickly, effortlessly, with a flick of the wrist, chop off his head. James.
One guy standing.
Yes.
Getting back to my character sheet. Since I needed to make sure of what my size was. How does dual wield work again?
You got. There's a feat that you can get that allows you to use your proficiency with the second attack, but you have to make an attack with a weapon you're proficient in, which is a light weapon, the first attack.
Yeah.
Then, as a bonus action, you get to use another light weapon in your offhand, but you don't get to add your proficiency bonus to it.
I don't know if it is adding my proficiency to my hit. But they start you off with 2 short swords. I just didn't know. Whatever. Forget about it. I'm a shooter. 17.
Hit.
Three plus grung poison. He gets to make a con save to this, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Of 12. It's really low.
He's immune to poison.
Yeah, I mean, I figured. Anyway, 7 damage.
Thunk! The arrow sticks hard in him, deep in his kind of fetid, disgusting, putrid body. The fat and rot is kind of bubbling out from the hole. The arrow shaft almost entirely in him. He kind of staggers back, but is still up. Eric, are you there? It would be your go.
You have one left?
Just one.
Patrick's dead.
He's taking a nap.
Yep. Taking a nap.
Passing out naps.
They did a good job.
I'll
They definitely
cast
passed a nap.
Ice Knife.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good.
Oh, yeah.
See what we
no,
got.
no,
Oh
that's not good.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got 21 to hit.
Yep.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
And 5 damage.
Okay.
Now you do realize there's a second thing to ice knife, right?
Yeah, you're gonna hurt your friends.
Hurt me, snake.
3 more to
Target and each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take an additional 2d6
Hey, come
cold
get this cat.
damage.
Come get this cat. I asked you to put the cats up. There's a cat. There's a cat. There's a cat.
So, John, Dodge.
Get all of
What-
them.
what's
And
your,
put them in the
saving
bathroom. Or I'm gonna eat one of them. At random. I'm gonna roll a d20.
Eric.
The 2d6 is
No,
6.
No, what's your
Hold up.
your saving
Fucking dog.
cast?
Let me see. What am I looking for?
What I gotta save against?
Dex 12.
All right. Oh, no problem. Natural 19.
Easy. A little bit less easy for Patrick, who takes a lot of shards in his kind of unconscious body. Taking damage is an immediate neg 1 or 1 fail to your death saving throw.
How do I add that?
Just keep it in mind.
Okay.
If
There
you
you
hit
go.
3, you're dead.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He is
Thanks a lot.
still up. He has a giant shard of ice that's kind of sparked off into all these like shrapnel splinters. He's not looking good, not at all. But he's still just barely up. Patrick, give me a death saving throw. Don't roll in that one.
What did I just roll? Roll 20?
Yeah, roll a d20 flat.
You roll. Was it
Don't
3
roll one.
saves?
11.
Oh, you're okay. You're just barely. You're hanging on.
Yeah. Anything above a 10 is a save.
pretty much.
His turn. What's
So
your
that would be 1 success?
Yeah.
one success? One. What's your AC, Joan?
I was about to say, if
17.
this thing starts attacking me, this is bullshit.
Just 1.
17 AC.
Nice.
Well, Patrick, if you didn't want to play the grung, it's time to make that decision.
I've already changed my race back to Bullywug.
Double minimum hits. He hits you for 3
I'm
damage.
not gonna match you though. I'm like a
John?
little creature.
I'm
Alright.
I'm gonna send you the Bullywug race that I'm playing so that you will match me.
But they don't get the cool stuff.
They
Turning
do
on you.
get- they do get cool stuff.
He slashes, kind of tries to peer into you. You're kind of your kind of peerless dexterity lets you kind of back up from the room and the lauder, but he still gets a few claws into you. John.
Oh, it is my turn again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I'm gonna go slickety slash that beast. Oh, that's
What did you send it on?
That is a 14 to hit.
Hits.
That is 6 damage.
Yeah. He had 2 HP, so. Again, all these holes is magic. He's slowed with the ice. Quick work to just mercifully spare him of this hell that he's trapped inside within his zombie body.
With that, I'm gonna go over to Volgara and try to stabilize his body.
Give me a medicine check. Don't fail it too bad.
13.
Not quite anything. Patrick, give me a death save. Patrick.
Yeah, let's go. 6.
Oh my God.
How many losses is that?
2.
Wait.
Shit.
What does it have to be above?
10.
10.
Oh, it has to be above 10. Why doesn't someone stabilize me for God's sake?
You tried hard.
I don't have that. I don't do that.
What do you guys do?
Arrows at things.
Ugh. No one has a potion. I'm about to lose my
This
character
is what we
session
get for me
1.
not playing a cleric.
You could have played a frog cleric. Anybody else? Anybody wanna? Is the thing dead yet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was. Can no one? There's no one has a potion or anything.
I don't have proficiency in medicine.
Can't you still try to do it anyway?
I can try.
Might kill him though.
Oh, well, that's good.
That's 12.
Not quite. That's not enough. It's a hard DC to just do it flat.
Yeah.
Give me another save, Patrick.
Oh my god.
Nope.
Are you dead?
Yep.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Brother.
Brother, no.
Croak.
That's bullshit.
You know, I really been waiting for one of us to die on the first thing.
Man, why the fuck was it me?
I just wasn't me, which is amazing.
I don't have anything.
All right.
Unless
Thank
Wham.
God.
unless
Wham.
Venus has something.
Strahd is a dangerous man. His land is dangerous.
So nobody has anything at all, and like now what do I do? Just fucking go make another character?
Yeah.
I hope you weren't terribly attached to him. My character is terribly distraught over my brother. What's his name?
I fucking hate you.
One one frog is like cradling another frog. Sad rivet noises coming out.
I'm gonna go make the exact same character with a different name, I guess.
What the fuck?
Seriously. That's what I want to fucking play.
Uh,
Wow.
Well, now I'm not gonna play a grung. How's that, James? This will be a bullywug, and we're not related, asshole.
There you go.
Yep. Now I have to
I
come up
just
with a new
went.
name.
I think I was thinking about keeping it grung because if I'm a small creature, I can ride my animal companion.
As just how perilous and dangerous this land is really sets in. You guys are kind of gripped with the mortality of yourselves, trapped in this cursed land where danger is at every corner. There's a reason all the boards are up on every window and all the doors are locked. Trying to go in quickly is caused death. The cruel land. The rest of you.
Yeah, while I'm trying to do this, go ahead and keep going on and figure out how the fuck you're gonna find another frog hanging out.
Roll perception, please. Two of you.
It is a 21.
Wow. So,
22.
okay, both of you. You can argue amongst yourselves. Looking in this larder, you kind of you poke around, seeing what once you're done, you clean up your brother. You do his big gross frog eyes. You push him close.
It's big gross frog eyes.
Looking around this larder, you guys have to pick yourselves back up. There's no time for misery and sadness. If you're not on your feet, you'll die. That's what this land has shown you already.
I think after my trauma, I was gonna be true neutral anyway.
You get back up and you're looking around and you notice a loose brick. Pulling it to the side kind of reveals this hand-sized entryway in which you can grab what looks to be like a little wooden box, and within that there's a couple of platinum. Seems to be probably their family wealth from several generations collected.
How many is a couple?
3.
Ooh. No, that's a lot.
Yeah.
If only there were
Wait,
four for that fourth person.
It's platinum 10 or 100. Hold on.
think it's-
10 gold.
Yeah.
Alright.
Three platinum. Yep.
Oh my god, dude! It took me 2 hours to come up with that fucking name.
Oh shit.
I hate all of you for not saving me.
All right.
I'm killing you, kind of. High
Oh.
shard.
I don't know, man. What disadvantages are there to playing a small character?
I don't know.
It's supposed to be negatives to your stats.
Yeah, that's what ended up fucking happening.
And you can't grapple things if that would ever come up. That are, it's all size based.
I'm just like this little frog hugging you, like I'll take you down.
Hey, is there any way that we could just backtrack and I could be a
Armor
bullywug the whole time and
has
I
to be
wouldn't have
specific.
fucking died because my AC would have been higher?
No.
Oh, I hate you,
Just
everybody.
quickly make a character. It's fine.
I'm trying. I just can't come up with a fucking.
I mean,
name.
we could do it now. You could have your stats rolled for next time.
Okay. Well, what's my what? Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Fucking aggravated. I don't know why you're laughing. I hate having to do shit like this.
Is there anything else in the basement, in the cellar?
No, just their treasure, their family treasure. Whether or not you're going to take it is up to you.
Oh no, I'm taking it. Fuck that shit.
No moral quandaries there.
I have no remorse for the dead. They're dead. They have
Hey man, you gonna share some of that swig?
Yeah, I'll divvy it out and shake my head in shame that I couldn't save Volgara and
I can be a bullywug. It doesn't seem too bad. I just don't get the poison thing.
what's old Psycho doing?
The mother.
So, what are you gonna do with your brother's body, first of all? Leave it there.
I'll wrap him up in some cloth the best I can, and I'll do a burial later.
It's about the best you can do. While you likely have ancestral burial rights, being a frog person, there's no way to get home. So, you do the best you can.
I'll help him
Right.
with that ceremony and everything, seeing as that was a family thing.
Leaving, the mother of Gertrude. It hasn't been that long at all, really. Maybe just a little while to mourn the dead, but other than that, she's kind of in the same spot. You can see the exhaustion is kind of taking hold, and her mournful cries have turned into this kind of just blubbering, very quiet kind of back and forth.
I shake her a bit. Hey, I need to know what your daughter looks like so we can find her. There's no more than men in the cellar. We took care of them. They're gone. They're dead. But it's imperative that I know what your daughter looks like so we can find her and bring her back.
She's like, she tries to collect herself. She's about 7. She has long black hair and beautiful blue eyes. If you see her, just give her this from her mother. She gives you this kind of a very simple, kind of put together doll. It looks a bit grim. It's kind of got this white frilly cloth on it, and all the hairs come off, so it looks like this like bald, kind of horror movie style doll.
I'm not touching that thing.
Yeah, I'll put it in my bag. Do you have any idea in which direction she might have ran?
Shakes her head. No.
All right.
Told her not to go outside. Every day I told her.
All right, we'll try to find her. You get some rest. There's no more creatures in the cellar anymore.
She listens for a second, and obviously there's no kind of rhythmic beating of the lock. And you can see her kind of weight drops off her shoulders, and she's finally able to kind of close her eyes. So, Patrick.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
wherever you were in your life, uh, we can go over it more next time. But about the same. I assume you'll be an adventurer still, like same kind of backstory, samurai, fighter.
Well, this is yeah, I mean this will end up just being. Well, I'm still gonna be a fighter. So for the love of
They
fucking God, get the cats and put them in the bathroom before I have a seizure. Third time.
they lay eggs, so he could be just like one of the 50 brothers I have.
Up to you guys. Again, startlingly handsome man. Um, comes to you and says, you're an adventurer. I need your help with something. I'll pay you an exorbitant amount of gold. All you have to do is say yes, and you do. You do say yes. So you wake up here. Um, you kind of you see that you're not the first, and you go through the whole rigmarole of the tarot reader, who seems to help travelers on their way in.
Mhm.
You come to a point where you're just getting into the town, and you see a frog, kind of similar to yourself, as well as some other creatures, tiefling, Eldrin, like kind of all together, and they're dragging a body out, and they're putting a cloth on it, clearly very carefully, and then party squish.
Pretty squish.
Yep.
Uh, let's see. All right.
We can do descriptions and introductions next time, but
Well,
if
well,
needed.
let me. I want to do the good stuff, bad stuff thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean I have it figured out. I named it. So 16 is for the first thing.
Hold on. Let me get back to my fucking this one. And you have a name yet by chance?
Mugero, because so the Guero part was frog in Japanese. That's why I wanted to keep it.
What was your first roll?
16.
Is it okay if I go use the restroom?
You have a bit of a pathological fear of sleep. Maybe racked by nightmares or fearful of being, unprotected for so long. You bit of an insomniac.
Okay.
You hate it, and you hate nightmares and that kind of thing.
54.
Bit of an insomniac.
Just like a real Wolverine.
Just like a real one.
Years ago, you raided an ancient temple with a party of treasure hunters. The curse of the temple has killed all of the other treasure hunters, and you are the last one alive.
Okay, send me that.
Okay.
No, because I don't want to write that in. Can I only add one? Can I add another one? Yeah. Yeah, send me that because I'm just gonna add that to personality traits.
Uh, yeah, the groups meet. New frog, old frog. Um,
And I'll say that's interesting because Valgero, my younger brother, was one of the ones on my trip to what is it, the raid the ancient.
raided an ancient cursed temple.
Yes.
You found out it was cursed later, and now you're the only one left. Perhaps that means you're next.
Man, we're fucked.
Perhaps. Yeah, you guys quickly happy to see another capable fighter within each other, as well as another ally that can be used to stave off death from this cursed, unholy land another day. Uh, so, on into the village. You see, it's a bit grim is an understatement. You're going to be hearing the word grim a lot in this campaign. Let me see if I have a picture of the village. So kind of like this. It's a dark, dreary, grim place. The cobblestone is wet and musty from this ever-present fog and darkness. No green, no plant could ever survive. Just a few rats and a few ravens trying to make their way through. Um, getting into the city proper, you we'll save that. From the distance on, you see the great keep of Strahd. It's this enormous monastery, acres of land, various buildings, cathedral, monasteries, keeps, guardhouses, all racked with this enormous iron gate with spikes on top all the way across, making it this imposing sort of nightmare on the city at all times. You cannot escape it. Um, the mist rolls in and out, but it seems that Strahd's eyes are always here.
The Stroud's like this big dictator.
You're not sure in character yet, but yeah, he is the lord of this cursed land.
Kind of like the Ganondorf, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, character death already.
Yeah. What a fun way to start.
You know it.
Oh my god. I really like that fucking name too, man. If I hadn't been a grung,
story-wise, I might, like, my character might walk off with his brother's corpse to go, like, try and bring him back to their, like, homeland. And then I might just change my character into another small race.
Okay.
God, you don't
wait, really?
care
Why?
for changes.
I don't know if I want to be anything but a grung. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I mean, I don't give a shit. I'm just curious.
I might do kobold. I don't think I want to do halfling.
Think about it for next time. Then you commit.
Ye.
Commit.
Commit.
Yeah, I was gonna use you to show the new permanent injury system that Strahd is going to have.
What's that?
Each time you're downed, you're going to get a permanent injury from something very cosmetic to something very debilitating. It's kind of a random roll.
Well, death is usually very debilitating.
But then you just died.
Then
The
everyone,
ultimate final injury.
God.
You mean like really debilitating, like a motherfucker taking your arm?
Lose an arm, lose a leg, lose a hand, lose an eye.
My God.
Yeah, this cursed Strahd's dangerous. You guys gotta be on your toes. That's what I want.
Well, I'm stealthing through this whole thing.
It's always stealth.
Yeah,
Just always
well,
stealth.
I'm gonna
James,
do-
you're in full plate. I stealth.
Yeah, I'll actually go into stealth and keep an eye out around everything.
Well, I definitely feel like
That's
I got.
nat 20 for stealth, sir. So a total of 29.
We're stopping for now, but you guys have kind of got to the city proper, and you see the kind of cold, grim, dark cobblestone streets and decrepit houses, and as well as the great monastery of Strahd, the keep.
Yep.
We'll start on that next time on D&D.
Yee.